All right, welcome to week one, technically, episode 2 of the Live Free podcast. Today we have Jarrod Van Hauen, one of our longtime friends with us, and Mike is here too. Associates. I thought you were going to call him a sociopath. I was like, wait a minute,
I am a sociopath, so let's not just rule that out.
There's many things I would refer to you as.
Socio-idiot.
AKA co-founder of Barking Vans. Anyways.
Sadly.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
And pretty much every predecessor, maybe? I actually don't know.
I think so.
More or less, yeah.
I just know he was involved in all. I just know he was involved in all of them because I think he was one of the people that got me involved with
the
Badger
proper
TV.
term is people the part.
To be fair, we had an executive decision to determine whether we were going to have you in or not. And it was more or less Mike. She let Zach Delfs in, and he was like, yeah, and I'm like, cool, me too. That's more or less what it was.
We need you to do Sam Barbosa for Timeline.
Okay. Oh my God, you remember that name?
Sam Barbosa. That was the character I played.
Yeah, I can't believe you remember that name.
I was in Timeline.
I don't even remember my own character's name.
Harry, I think. Harry Young.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. Yep.
I really don't remember Timeline.
It was. I don't actually know the plot of it. I came and I played one part. It was like the
cop. I think
past version.
Cop.
It was like the past version of one of Mike's future characters. But
Makes sense.
No, wait. You were the bad guy. You beat the shit out of me, remember?
Yeah?
Yeah, you were the bad guy.
So is there some Fight Club in your head shit, or no?
Timeline was supposed to be made with a lot better budget, so we didn't really... We kind of left it up to interpretation.
Didn't you use a really shit...
We used a knife as like a time-traveling remote.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it always fell apart when you were trying to use it.
Yeah, it was like my first pocket knife, and it broke. And actually, Jarrod has the remnants. You know,
I do. It's at my apartment.
Yeah,
Shit.
Yeah. That's what that is from. That's how it got to be that way.
I did not mean to just peek the audio. I kind of leaned into that one.
You didn't peek it. I'm trying to get...
It peeked itself.
Oh my God. I'm trying
sometimes
to...
I peek at myself when I'm showering. That's kind of disturbing, isn't it?
Go sit in the corner.
I'm trying to debate, as someone who is bisexual, if that is or is not acceptable. But
to peep on yourself showering,
I thought you said peek.
I said peek on myself showering. That's literally the sentence I said, Zach.
I'm very confused.
Is that what you've been up to, Jarrod?
Yeah, sometimes I shower and then look at myself showering and I'm like, damn, I'd fuck that dude.
So you have a spiritual body.
Yeah, sometimes I have an out-of-body experience, and as an out-of-body experience,
Jarrod, just quit while you're ahead.
That's called narcissism.
I know, I'm 100% a narcissist.
I know, but we love you anyway. Well, not love,
yeah.
Tolerate.
Tolerate.
What have you been up to lately, Zach?
I recently...
Tell me about yourself. Welcome to AA.
I recently got a new book. I've been reading a lot, actually. It's called Fuck Yeah Video Games. It's by a YouTuber by the name of
I've never lost more respect for someone from one sentence.
Really? Look who you're sitting next to. No, I've been doing
That's hurtful, you bitch.
George Washington's ghost?
I meant Batman.
Oh. My dead family member gave me that. That's going to be the recurring thing every podcast.
Say something. Dead family member gave me that.
I said that in episode 1. Jarrod hasn't heard episode 1 or...
No, it just went up today. Actually.
Oh, is it up?
Maybe?
Oh.
I just started uploading it before I got here. So it might be up because on you and I's Wi-Fi, it's fucking insane. It's like light speed or some shit. I started uploading it, and by the time that I was leaving, it was already at 50% being uploaded and processed. So it might already be up. I don't know.
Oh, damn.
Shit.
I mean...
well, at the time this video goes up, it'll be up, but still.
Because this video won't be up for another, week?
Yeah.
Week and a half?
We're recording this on September 25th, I believe, and it's not going to go up until the week after next.
Okay.
Because it's going to be kind of a bi-weekly thing. So this won't go up until about maybe a week from now, or 2 weeks from now.
Shit.
Interesting.
A week and a half. It'll go up on a Monday. So that's kind of the idea. But
you know how ideas go.
So this actually will be week 1. The first one was called week 0 because it was our pilot episode.
Fair enough.
Yeah, we butchered the shit out of that.
Oh my God, it was awful.
It was god-awful.
You didn't have me.
Are you ready to make a better podcast?
Oh my, I was listening back to it and I about had a stroke.
You know what I've been up to lately, Zach? I've been walking around saying, how the fuck can Zach Delfs and I make the podcast better? Because like the first one, it just felt so much like an interview, and that's not what we were going for. So, like,
yeah,
I've been stuck trying to think of ways that we could better the podcast, and I think one of the ways is like speak your mind without having other people help you get to that topic, basically.
Yeah, you might want to come closer to the mic because it's not quite picking you up.
All right, I'll just sit uncomfortably close to you right now,
scoot
Zach.
the chair forward.
I'm scooting my chair.
I hope the microphone picks up.
This is
Oh, it will. It definitely will.
This is as close as I can get.
Damn you, Michael.
Our knees are touching.
What's wrong with the little knee touching? Okay, don't caress my knee. I meant like that.
Deal with it. Okay.
Jesus Christ! I think Zach just had a stroke.
That will be the peak moment of the podcast.
We're sorry for the unprofessionalisms.
No, I'm not.
Rip headphone users.
Are you Hindu now?
No. So what happened was I was at a party. Not your party, a different
Jarrod
party.
has a red ass mark on his forehead.
Don't
That's
tell
why
people
Hindu.
about my
I
parties.
ate shit outside and like smashed my face on this rusty ass grill. So I took the bottle of vodka that was like sitting next to the
That's
grill.
weird. You had a bottle of vodka at a party. What were you guys doing?
Don't worry about it.
Were you
Anyways,
guys filling lawnmowers?
that's
with
not what
vodka?
vodka's for.
Oh.
I'm an alcoholic, all right? Anyways.
See, I'm not.
So I dumped this vodka on my head and started foaming and shit. So I have like an infected sore on my goddamn forehead.
Do you need me to amputate your head for you?
Probably.
Horseless head man.
Anyways. So yeah, that's what that's from. But they're not going to be able to see it anyways because we're not actually recording.
That's why well, we are recording it, just not filming it. That's why I did specify he had a red spot on his forehead.
Filming is with the camera. Recording is with the microphone.
I'm going to slap the both of you. It's been a hot minute since I've been even behind a microphone.
You mean you're going to
okay?
slap the of both of us?
I'm just going to leave.
Okay, so we're gonna move into our first segment. So how this is gonna work? We kind of talked about it during the pilot stream. We're gonna have segments that fill out the duration of the podcast. Yes. And so the first one is gonna be Twisted Track List. That's how we're gonna start with it. And Twisted Track List is generally gonna be a discussion about music. Sometimes with a track list applied to it with a playlist. Sometimes it's just gonna be vaguely music related. And
this week we're doing the latter. It's going to be vaguely.
Yeah, it's it's generic. It's going to be
just because it's week one and we want to like kind of just kick it off.
Ease into it.
Yeah, kick it off with a nice little soft pillow note.
I don't know why I made the noise of us trying to squeeze out a shit. Ease into it.
So what do we want to discuss with music? Our favorite music of the week.
Our favorite genres is what I have.
Our favorite genre.
Slated out, but or if you have a favorite genre, I guess people have the idea.
That is a cheetah off in the distance, growling at the microphone.
The fire truck stalks its prey.
A fire truck stalks its prey.
Okay, we're not going to quote Family Guy because we'll get in trouble.
We wouldn't get in trouble, but I think it would just push a lot of the viewers off.
You're right.
Well, they're not viewers because they're not viewing my face. They're listeners. They're listening to my ears, mouth,
viewers,
nose.
Mouths.
I don't know. Zach, what is your favorite genre of music?
Personally, I lean more towards rock music over anything else. I'm not a big person as far as pop or country goes.
Not to be that guy. I'm going to cut you off here real quick. And then you can
Jesus Christ, Kanye West.
Shut up. Anyways.
I'm the world's biggest pop star! Anyway.
What?
I'm going to let you finish.
What version of rock?
Just rock in general.
Just rock in general?
Just the entire encompassing.
Okay, because I was about to be like, I was about to be that guy and be
there's
like,
no fucking compass in rock,
it's called,
Zach.
There's heavy metal, there's deathcore, there's death metal.
Yeah, I know.
That's what I was getting into.
All encompassing rock as long as it's not.
In rock.
As long as it's not like screamo, pretty much everything else I am cool with.
Literally anything that doesn't involve a throat singing is what you're telling me.
Yeah, well, sometimes it does. It kind of depends. Like for one thing, kind of what eased me into it to begin with was like Skillet and Green Day.
Yeah.
And then kind of went from there and kind of added on just with classic rock. My dad kind of brought me up on classic rock in the 80s and 90s rock.
Yeah.
And then kind of became Metallica and Miracle of Sound. And Miracle of Sound is internet-based. He makes songs based off of video games and stuff.
It's a hard
and largely it's rock-based. Fuck you. And yeah, so rock music just kind of in general is kind of my
forte.
My jam.
Your jam.
My jam.
Because what's funny is you're going to say that, and I'm going to be the dead in between of that. I'm like full-blown metalhead on top of listening to rap.
Meth head.
Don't
I'm
confuse
a full-blown
them.
metalhead.
Zach's phone just fell.
He just dropped his phone. Anyways, I'm a full-blown metalhead, but then again, I listen to rap because of Mike. He got me into that when we were living together. and I've just been playing most of the songs that he's played at the apartment on loop most of the time. Lately, you guys are going to hate me for it. You're probably going to kick me out of the podcast forever after I say this. I've been obsessed with a Tekashi 6ix9ine song lately, and it's awful.
And Jarrod is off the podcast.
I mean, I don't even know who that is, so...
The rainbow hair guy that's on trial for racketeering.
Oh, okay.
So, the only reason I listen to that song is because it's so fucking awful and stupid that I think it's the funniest thing in the planet. It's the song, the song is called Stupid, but it's Stoopid. My favorite part of that whole song is when he goes, "Bitch, are you dumb, da-dum, dum, dum, da-dum, dum, dum." Because it's the dumbest, it's the most lyricist thing he's ever done, but also the dumbest thing he's ever done. In terms of music, aside from his general career and tattooing his face with the giant number 69.
His entire existence.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Anyways.
I mean, yeah.
But don't get me wrong, I know he's one of the worst rappers on the planet. Like, I could talk to you all day about how he's one of the worst, no matter what. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't have shit taste in music. It's just I like listening to shitty music. So, yeah.
I mean...
I think Jarrod answered for me. It was like, he said that thing about him listening to rap because of what I played in the apartment. Like, that is like 99.99% of what I listen to, simply because I'm always kind of just like mad about something, and that helps me through it. So like, I relate a lot to a little known person called Eminem.
Little known.
Never heard of him.
Yeah. He's his cousin Skittles.
That was the most intellectual joke you
That's
ever
a
heard.
dude.
And Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole. I love the geniusness there between that duo.
And I agree with you on there.
Yeah, Pusha T is one of my other favorites.
Ice-T?
No. Big Sean, shit like that. You know, a lot of them just like I like the new wave of rappers that have brain cells, and they're not just being stupid. They tapped into this mindset where it's like they can be conscious and like admit their problems behind a microphone. They don't just have to talk about really nice cars and nice looking women. They can actually like talk to speak to the youth. Like one of my favorite songs is Kendrick Lamar's "You," because he opens up about depression and shit, and that's like the first time in a song that I've heard like a rapper open up about depression. To that degree where it's like I can relate to this shit like hardcore. Back in the old days, that shit wasn't really too prevalent.
It was more like ghetto gangbang shooting people.
Yeah, like people were kind of afraid to touch that atmosphere, especially in rap. That's why I do like rap a lot, because like people are consistently
changing.
Yeah, changing and like battling what's expected. You know what I'm saying? Like people like a lot of rappers really do have a lot of like guts, because they're really just putting shit out there that like they don't know if it could succeed or not. Kind of like Logic with this whole like mental health advocacy. Like that's kind of risky. Like I'm not a big Logic fan, but I know a lot of people that are. And that is something that I have to give him props for. Nobody really talked about mental health issues so prevalent in the rap game. Yeah. Throughout a whole album, the way he is.
I mean, that's kind of, I think, in that respect, that's pretty much the same reason why I like rock so much. Rock as a genre is so experimental. You can do so much with it. Or if you look at other genres like country music is very much fixed. I mean, you can do a lot with it, but there's a reason why Bo Burnham can make a song making fun of just country music. It's such a fixed kind of genre, and rock really isn't. You can do so much with rock music.
And not to interrupt you, but to go off of what you're saying, literally, I'm going to be that guy here real quick, and I'm literally going to say this. You can write a country song about anything, but it'll still come across as a song about beer, your dog, a woman leaving, or your truck. That's literally the process.
That is not entirely true. So Mike's retort to that is, I'm going to write a country song right now on the microphone.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
But anyways, I'm going to...
Can I
finish my point real quick?
I have my feet on the tailgate. I'm looking at the sun.
You are literally talking about a truck right now.
No, I'm not.
You went straight to a truck.
No, I did not.
Within your first lyric,
what is a tailgate attached to?
It's a tailgate.
Exactly.
It's a tailgate loosened from a truck, sitting in the sand.
It's just there.
I'm sitting on a bucket with a tailgate under my feet that has been disattached from an old Ford.
See,
and
that truck right there.
No, Ford as in like
Henry.
Harrison Ford.
He made trucks.
Yeah, Harrison Ford used to have a tail when he was born. Someone cut it off, put it on his baby gate. And there's a tailgate.
I hate
and my feet are on the tailgate. I'm sitting in the sand, not like the sand like in that
Zach Brown band
Zac
song where he's got,
Efron
his
song or
fucking toes
Yeah,
in the sand, a beer in his hand.
Yeah, Zac Efron or whatever who made that. Yeah, you know, it's you know, this is my own take. You know, it's a pool filled with sand that I got from my son so he could have a sandbox. I'm actually sitting in my Los Angeles home in a nice green yard. It hasn't rained in a few days.
So exactly who you
it
are.
It probably won't
rain
rain
makes
for a long
corn
time.
makes, yeah, exactly. Dude.
So you're Brad Paisley.
Brad Pitt. I'm Brad Pitt.
I'm
walking out of Fight
sitting
Club.
in LA trying to act like you can relate to everybody else in like the Midwest and the Southeast when you can't.
I can relate to people because I just got out of a bad Fight Club.
Okay.
So you're Brad Paisley.
Anyways,
Brad
I'm going to go back
Pitt
to my
Paisley.
point here. What I'm saying is country music has the same 4 topics in almost every song. I will put a little leniency on a couple of songs. Like the old country, like Conway Twitty and stuff, that stuff.
But that was still generally about a girl.
It was generally about a girl. However, each one told a different story about pain. Anyways, I'm not going to get into it because I'm not going to argue about
but still, even if you're looking like as far back as like say Woody Guthrie.
Well, I know. What you're saying.
Country music in itself is a very fixed sort of genre.
Yeah.
But the thing about country is it's so fixed to the point that if a new genre is made from country, it becomes completely different.
Exactly.
Rock music, for example, started from country music and became its own thing. Bluegrass, folk music, deer tick. All of these things had to go and become a completely separate genre from each other because they did not fit within the tick boxes that made country. Whereas with rock, you can say the word rock and encompass heavy metal, soft
Boulder,
hard rock, death metal, screamo, like all these things you can still encompass, and it's like one of those genres where there are literally albums based around the fact of people taking like a song, like a classical song or a country song or a pop song, and rearranging it for rock music.
Exactly.
And you don't really find that in any other genre.
So, and to go on top, and to go off that, another reason why I like heavy metal music is because there's artists like, I gotta remember, because I hate using him as a reference because I always use him as a reference. It's always Corey Taylor that I go to. Yep. Because, as you know, he was in Stone Sour before he pulled the plug on that to focus mainly on Slipknot. And when you look at Stone Sour songs, it's more kind of grounded as where Slipknot is just all out there in your face. But beginning Slipknot, rather.
Yeah. Well, so modern Slipknot is still kind of that formula. But
yeah. Anyways, so when you listen to Corey Taylor and Stone Sour, you kind of hear, like, I hate to do this, but you kind of hear more of a somber Chad Kroeger type deal, even though Chad Kroeger is never in any way going to touch him. Chad Kroeger's lead singer in Nickelback, if you don't know that. So when you look at this photograph! Look at this photograph!
What's Nickelback?
Nickelback.
Yeah, what's Nickelback?
Shut up, Mike.
Anyways, so when you listen to him in Stone Sour, you kind of get those early 2000s Nickelback vibes. But when you listen to him in Slipknot, you're like, holy fuck, like, this dude has been through shit. He has been through the ringer 1,000 times over, but you also get the same thing in Stone Sour when you listen to songs like Through the Glass and Bother, because those are songs that he wrote in his, like, time of, like, pain and, like, sad and depression is. Whereas most of his Slipknot songs were about his anger and frustrations in those times. He took 2 different paths to tell his life story, and it's insane in how well they work. The song, I think it's the song Left Behind, he wrote about being homeless and meeting those homeless people in his life that helped him realize the path he's going down. And that the only bad thing about it is, I'm trying to remember the quote he said, but basically what it was is, those people are forgotten. They are left behind. I'm never going to find them again. I don't know where they went, and they don't know what happened to me. Just saying that actually hit home. I was like, you see thousands of people every day. So those people could disappear tomorrow, and you'd be like, holy shit, I saw that person at this time. Like,
that's one of those reasons why I think rock is another really, really good outlet for a lot of that stuff. Because if you look rock does not make that stuff obvious.
Yeah.
There are so many songs about just random ass shit, and it sounds like it's random. It sounds like it makes no sense. I'm going to use Green Day as an example of this. Green Day, when they released Revolution Radio.
Yep.
The song Revolution Radio was about the concept of everybody becoming more pronounced in their ideas of politics and everything. It's like this idea of kind of sticking it to the idea of government and making younger people become more involved in politics. But it doesn't sound like it initially.
No.
Green Day is very, very good at that. Whereas if you're looking at pop music or rap music, in my experience, or country music, it's all like, we're talking about sex, or a girl, or beer, or whatever the hell it is. So I think rock is really, really good at that.
Yeah.
In like a number of ways.
And to go back to the rap thing, like he said earlier, not all rap artists are like that. Like,
right.
I know you're generalizing them based off of rappers like Lil Pump,
right,
and Lil Xan, and those guys.
That's because I don't listen to a lot of rap. My like extent of rap music is
literally
a couple songs by Eminem and Epic Rap Battles History. That's about it.
But yeah, no, like 100% what you said. Like, there's rappers out there that take time in writing their stuff, which is why, is it Chance that takes a long time to write his?
Well, yeah, but the thing about Chance is, like, he takes a long time, but I think that's because he's a procrastinator. Yeah. Whereas Kendrick takes time to, like, perfect the craft, you know.
Same as Eminem.
Yeah, definitely same with Eminem. But Eminem still has this side to him where he can, like, rush out his art. Like the Marshall Mathers LP came out a year after the Slim Shady LP. Kamikaze came out a year after Revival, 8 months after Revival.
I think it's some people can do that though and still make it good.
Yeah. Here's the thing though.
And usually Eminem don't do that.
Yeah.
Eminem don't do that.
But
you know.
To be fair though, the only reason you released Kamikaze is because of the backlash from Revival, because everybody expected it.
And that's what I was just gonna say. I guarantee Chance is gonna pull some shit like that because he dropped the big day and like nobody liked it. Nobody fucked with it. Like I have a few songs on the album that I listen to, but out of like that whole 22 track album, there's probably like 6 to 8 tops that I go back to still.
Like the example that I can use is sort of the same, not like being shit at one album so they release a new one to kind of cover it up, but Sabaton is a band I listen to a lot of, and they released The Last Stand in 2016, and this year they released The Great War. Mm-hmm. Only a 3 years difference. As long as you don't take as long as Tool does, you should be pretty good.
We're not going to talk about Tool, okay?
But, I mean...
Sorry.
Fuck you.
I mean, I don't think anybody's going to be able to manage the kind of shit that, like, Elton John manages, where he can release, like, an album of 75 songs and then just chill.
Yeah.
For a hot minute.
Like, he released
You know what I'm waiting for? The Beatles' next album.
Oh, my God.
Can we just not talk about that, please?
Just Ringo Starr alone in the studio. Yellow Submarine!
Yeah, it's a greatest hits album. We've been waiting for a long time.
Guys, I wrote a song.
It's disappointing.
God, I wrote a song.
Oh, we're gonna put it on the fridge for you.
So that's I mean, I also mentioned kind of Miracle of Sound. Miracle of Sound, I think, is one of the more interesting people to look at for that kind of thing, because Miracle of Sound takes
Miracle Whip.
I hate you with a passion. He takes the stories and ideas
My mayonnaise sandwiches never really tell a story.
From various games and movies and makes them into a song. He's really, really good at it. Like, he just released one. He releases an album every year called Level Blank. It's always a number in consecutive order, so this will be level 10 at the end of this year. But he released one last year, and it had like songs for Red Dead Redemption 2. Yeah. It had a song for Warframe. Had a song for Fallout 76.
Can we not talk about that game?
The song is better than the game. But yeah, I mean,
worst $140 spent on my life. Anyways, go on.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
There's a reason I almost pre-ordered it and then I decided not to because I knew it was gonna fall.
I pre-ordered it and then I bought a bunch of currency for it, which is why it was $140.
I had this hunch it was gonna fall through.
Ask Mike, like when I played it and the shit just fell through. He heard me scream, "What the fuck is this going on?" And he just came in the room like, "What?" I'm like, "I wasted $140 in this game," and he just walked out. He was like, "I'm not even gonna talk to you right now."
Mm-hmm.
It was a pretty bullshit situation, because I think now they even just recalled that collector's edition helmet.
Yeah. Because
it had flaws with the actual construction of it that can lead to you getting like bits of metal in your head. So, yeah. I have this slightly backwards on the notes, but we're gonna move on to production diaries, and then we're gonna do the freestyle stories, depending on if we can actually think of a topic by then.
Yeah.
So, do you have anything to report for production diaries? I have a short list, but I'll let you guys go first if you do.
Does Jarrod know what production diaries is?
So
it's where we give updates on projects that we're working on.
So basically, the only project that the only project I had a problem.
But what are you talking about?
The one I worked on, the one I wasn't in. The one I worked on is the one we just released.
Friday 13th?
Yeah, that's what I worked on.
You were. Oh yeah, you were in it. Oh yeah.
Well, he ruined what we were doing just now. So yeah, I was in.
No. I get where you're going with this. Jarrod, you see, I just had a stroke, and
No, he's not gonna cover it up. Okay, so what? I'm gonna tell you guys what the deal was. So as you guys know, we took a hiatus, back in July, and the reason we took the hiatus.
January. What do you mean July? What did we put out between January and July, Jarrod? Nothing.
It was January because Lit Freak started in June.
Yeah, we put out nothing for like 8 months.
Okay. So we took the hiatus after one of us broke up with one of our girlfriends, all right? And then we were starting to get back into the flow of things. Mike and I had a falling out in the end of June, beginning of July. So we stopped doing that. We had no contact. We didn't do anything. And then some stuff happened. We decided we were going to talk some stuff out. And then basically we got together one day, talked everything over, apologized, because on both ends we were both in the wrong, one of us more than the other. That was 100% me. But we'll talk about it later. Anyways. So we sat down and we started talking about movie ideas, talking about writing. I got some stuff written down that I need to show to you. I have it at home on a notepad, so I'll have to bring it next time I come and hang out. But basically what it is I'm writing some basic horror movie short film stuff, because I hate to be that guy, but short films are easy. I think they're the easiest thing on the planet.
Sometimes they're more fun to do.
And they're 100% way more fun to do.
That's
only because the dialogue doesn't need to be in depth. You only need to pay attention to your surrounding area.
You can do a lot more with environmental plans than you can with dialogue. You can do a lot more experimental stuff with a short film than you can with a feature-length film.
Yeah. Like what happened with what's the name of it?
Rude. Something I made?
Yeah.
Rude. All right.
It was the big one that came out in August last year.
Infinite?
Yeah, Infinite.
September. Also rude.
Yeah, it was September.
Oh my god.
First week of September.
Jesus Christ, Jarrod. Thanks for the friendship.
You were there.
Yeah.
Anyways, so with something like Infinite, it takes a long time to do, and
definitely.
at the time, the scheduling conflicts we had with everybody ruined. And right now, short films. I hate to say it because I don't want to make it sound like
we're lazy, but
it literally takes 20 minutes.
Me and Zach actually talked about that last podcast, and I basically said like we're doing it for free, so like we definitely dialed down on like biting more off than we could chew.
Like we dialed down, but they always turn out better.
The idea was that we talked about this when we were setting up Live Free. We talked about this in our last podcast. But one of the ideas was the fact that doing a short film or a skit or just unscripted style things, they take a lot less time for one thing, and may allow you to be a lot more creative. Yeah. It's less of an idea of trying to pump out as much shit as you can in a short format, more of you can focus down on a shorter project better than you can on a feature-length thing.
Definitely.
And so that's kind of one of the ideas is while we are working on a longer presentation, a feature-length type thing, we can be working on shorts, on skits, on short films, on web series, on podcasts.
Then we're getting practice in multiple fields. We're putting out content for everyone. You know, there's a lot of pros and cons to it. And at the same time, we're not overworking ourselves because we have this limit set. And that is actually like one of the very first things that me and Jarrod said when we sat down was like, no, like we don't want to sign anybody. You know, not right away. You know,
like don't get us wrong. We're gonna sign new talent because there's always room for new talent and new ideas. Right. It's just at the moment there is no need for it.
Yeah, and we're not gonna do it like we did last time, where it was just like, you know, take on 3 at a time, take on 2 at a time, biting off way more than you could chew. You know, and I explained this in the last podcast too. Barking Vans is basically now just like a name brand. Like whenever me and Jarrod get together, it's like
what do we call it? We call it like a production,
like
an indie
production tag,
an indie and production labels what we call it.
Like, it could, based off of how things go, it could become something more, or it could just stay as the tag for when me and him work together.
Yeah.
As of right now, like this, it's just a tag. It's what we use when we're together.
Yeah.
It's because it's what our friendship is founded on. Hell, I have it tattooed on my arm still.
Yeah.
Like
And
shit
then,
like that is just rooted to me and him only. It's
and
not
then,
just a one-person project.
And then Live Free is like our base, like our
down to earth music.
I look at
podcast
it. Live
shit.
Free.
Live Free is like the distributor, basically.
Yeah.
Live Free is essentially the parent.
Yeah. Yep.
And then Barking Vans is a different label under us. This is the way that I'm looking at it, and the way I'm going to basically write it down whenever I actually make a list of shit, like a grown up.
Watch him out the end.
But we don't fucking swear, not on this channel. That's kind of the ideas that we were talking about was kind of shorter things.
We got way off track because we were supposed to be giving updates on projects.
Well, yeah, and I was getting to that. That's why I was asking you to be anything to announce before I went on to mine.
So,
because I have
Jarrod,
list.
you like completely got us offhand, but it's okay.
Well, I'm not going to announce any of my stuff yet because I don't have a time frame for it.
Okay.
Which is not necessarily announcements, but do you have any updates? Like, do you want to say anything what you're working on, or do you want to keep it on the down low until you have more
I want to
specifics?
keep
Well, the one with Dakota, we cannot.
Yeah, that one's on a down low.
Yeah,
that shit's locked down.
That's why I butchered what you were going with, because I thought you were going to say that, and I was like, no, that's secret.
I don't even think we've 100% gone into that one yet, have we?
No, we definitely have. I said something about it on the last podcast, like how we've been working on, like we've been planning on it for like a year, but it's just a matter of
getting everybody who's not busy, because Dakota's busy doing his adult shit.
Well, not even like in terms of the busyness, but I want it to be like the right time of year and everything for it also. Yeah, it's a very festive film.
The idea, the thing is, being as small as we are, we can't afford a studio, so we have to wait until the weather works with us.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, I mean, I have a lot of ideas that I have written out, but I have a lot of things I've not put into script format or even into like synopsis format yet. I have one thing I put into a synopsis, and that's it.
Yeah.
Which I talked about that the last one. It's the time traveling mobster type
monkey with the banana.
Deal. Yes, Michael.
Yep.
Mobster type dealy bob, and I've not done anything with that since.
Actually, I do have to dig up that was super weird because I visited Zach, and Zach said this. Zach told me this idea he was having, and I was on the same page with him where it was like, there's too many mobster films that are about the same shit.
Yeah, it was the idea that there's too many.
You came to me with this idea like a few days afterwards, where like you had been thinking about what you said. There's too many, and you had this unique, distinct idea, and you came to me with it, and I was like, dude, no way. Like I had a very similar idea in like the 9th grade, and like I wrote out like a script to it. Me and Jarrod actually almost started filming it. But then, like, we realized, like, we didn't have everything that we needed to do it. So, like, I have to dig that out. It's somewhere hidden deep in folders and binders, catalogs. I don't even honestly remember if it's on paper or I'm sure it's on a Google Doc, but it might actually be on paper. I still have to search for it because I think when I get that to you, I think it might also, like, you might be able to read it and, like, get pushed even further with your idea.
Part of it, I mean, right now it's in a synopsis format.
Yeah.
Which is the farthest I think any of my projects have gotten. Period.
Yeah, I'm very excited
in our long time working together.
No, there was a couple of them that you had written out that we actually did film.
We did one.
We talked about that last
There was one
too.
Series that I had written out. I had written out 2 episodes of it. It was called Guiding of the Guy.
Yep.
And we never finished it because I looked at it and I'm like, this is shit.
I actually recycled. I'm pretty sure it made it out there. I recycled some of the footage for Bond v Batman. I think it might have made it in Bond v Batman Part 2, some of the footage for that. And then I had Bond v Batman Part 4, like, done and, like, scheduled and shit. And, I mean, it wasn't going to come out until, like, I'm just going to say it because it's not a thing no more. But it was going to come out in, like, December of, I think, 2020 as, like, a fan birthday gift. I mean, a Christmas gift. Because, like, the first Bond v Batman came out in 2015, so, like, 5 years or whatever. And I think I reused, like, quite a bit of footage from Guiding the Guy for that. And then, like,
I don't even know if I probably still have some footage sitting somewhere on an SD card somewhere. I don't have the docs.
I think I
still.
might have it actually.
I have the docs of it still.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, that was the thing that I done. But since that, I have never written out an entire thing. I have not released anything, period.
Yeah.
Because whenever I was with Barking Vans, all I ever really did was sort of a production kind of stance. I looked at scripts and things and kind of said, hey, maybe this will help, or sort of that idea. And I sent, like, concepts and ideas for filming ideas, and I never actually wrote anything, but this is going to be my first major project I'm working on. But that's not really gotten any updates since then. Do you have anything else that you want to list, Michael?
I think I'm going to continue with 114 for a second. I think I'm going to try a new... I got an idea for 2 more short films in that I think I'm going to do. And then the second short film that is under the Barking Vans production tag, the second one since the hiatus, we got that written, and we're going to film it soon, and that should be out at the start of October, and it's called Patron. That is the name of it. It's going to be actually, like, super big. We connect it to past projects of ours and past projects of other people's, actually. It's kind of a weird little project, and it's nothing like spectacular. It's nothing on a grand scale by any means, but I think it's going to be fun to kind of connect some dots. I think that a lot of people are actually going to kind of like that one and the direction we take with it. And it is also going to lead into a kind of a potential big future project of ours. So, but right now, as I've been saying, like, we're trying to, like, not push ourselves too much or whatever. So, like, a lot of the stuff that I'm doing, like, when I say I'm going to continue with 114 and make 2 more short films, like, it's basically like that's what I'm working on right now. After that, I'm not sure. Like, 114 might be done after those 2 short films. Like this Patron short film, it might lead nowhere. Because right now we're not pushing for anything specific. We're just doing what feels right. So it's very possible that a lot of the projects could fall through.
Yeah.
Which I honestly don't mind.
It's really should be expected.
Yeah.
That some things can kind of crumble and fall apart.
Yeah.
It happens.
Yeah. Like, I mean, I just talked about Bond P. Batman 4, like that's a perfect example. I have that all mapped out.
Most of my projects are Barking Vans.
Yeah. And, I really wanted to do Bond P. Batman parts 5 through 7. Like, I wrote a lot of different ways for that season to end. And, like, ultimately it's like I really wish that we could do it, but we just don't have the people together. It was something stupid we did in school, Yeah. But I mean, I'd love to return as the in the role of James Bond eventually. So, like, I don't know. We'll see if that becomes a project too.
And it's just
it always
we might have to recast people for that as well, because I hate to say it, I feel like we've lost contact with half the people that were in the stuff.
Yeah.
And if we try to reach out, I don't even think we can reach out to one of them.
Who
was Devin even in it?
No, Devin didn't make Bond P. Batman. He was supposed to be. Devin didn't make. Wait, no. The first one's Bond v Batman. I've been saying it wrong. Yeah, because the second season was Bond P, like, plus. Because I was,
But he wasn't in it, is what I'm asking.
Yeah, Devin was supposed to be in it, but we didn't get around to filming his part. Yeah.
But aside from that note, it's more or less of we don't know where Grant is.
Yeah. I talk to Grant probably like once a year now.
Yeah.
Like, I barely...
There's a lot of things. And
and Schaefer and... Hell, I don't even talk to Braden James anymore, so we can't even get him back.
Yeah, like all those people that you just named, I'm lucky if I get to hear, happy birthday from them or say happy birthday to them, like, we're so busy, and it's not that I don't screw with them no more, like, they're good people. It's just like...
A lot, yeah. Busy. I mean, I've been toying with an idea that I haven't even told you yet, but I was thinking about this morning of kind of taking a lot of our older projects and not rebranding them, but not remastering them either, but revisiting and seeing if we can't try to make a better version of it and call it like the archives or whatever, and just be revisiting older projects that maybe we've recycled or we didn't finish or we did make, but we want to kind of try to redo them, give them a bit of
I would 100%
revamp.
be down to redo the Bond v Batman series.
It was a fun one to do.
It was a really fun series.
Was that the one where you played with cars on the table to
adapt the car chips? Yeah.
Well, because at the time we were 12 and didn't have cars.
We
have cars.
We were actually 15.
Yeah, I was 12.
Yeah. But
Although I was like 14.
That's part of the reason why I like Bond v Batman so much, and that's part of the reason why I say like I don't think that it would really fit us now because like we've grown. You know, like that was something that was fun to do in film school when you weren't being taken so seriously. You know.
Yeah, but you can easily.
And that's goes back to what I was saying last podcast too, where it's like you know the more and more you try to strive in this career, the more and more it becomes a chore, and it becomes less about having fun. It becomes more about like people are watching you can't be as stupid, which is where like that unscripted.
Well, that was like that was
come in.
Yeah, I mean, I had some of that in my list here too.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Is that all you had to say?
Yeah, that's all. Yeah,
that sounds really bad. Like, are you done yet? No.
I probably went on for a second. I'm sorry about that. I get excited talking about our new projects. I think all of us kind of do because we all just kind of spent like 6 minutes.
It was definitely more than 6 minutes.
Yeah,
we're at 40 minutes now. So.
Yeah.
I mean, good. I have a few things, but yeah, the archives I didn't put on here, but the archive society I was thinking about this morning or last night or something like that.
Which one was it?
They kind of melt together.
This night.
8 nights.
At some point, I was
Back
thinking
to the
about
future
it.
kind of shit.
I was thinking about it where I was kind of thinking maybe we can revisit some of our old stuff, revamp some things, finish some things we never finished, revise some of our scrapped things, and kind of do more with them.
I 100% want to revise Mike and Jarrod.
What are you guys doing? Playing around with a little tripod with flexible legs. I've seen both of you guys fingering it while we're recording this.
Anyway, what I was going to say was with Bond v Batman and Bond v Batman, what you could easily do is take it and kind of not write out all the comedy, because what I'm scared of doing is taking a project and making it too gritty or too serious.
Yeah.
So I want to point out that there's enough of that shit already.
There is,
of gritty bullshit.
Yeah, that's why I really like the James Bond films. I think they're kind of in
They're gritty, but they're funny.
Yeah, they're in a decent spot because they can have moments of grittiness, but then they also have like the train scene in Skyfall, like where he's running the subway and shit, like fun shit like that. You know,
that's why I hate the new Star Wars films.
Yeah,
and they're I'm a Star Wars fanboy, so I still enjoy them.
Yeah.
But at the same time, they tried to make it too kid-friendly.
Yep. Yeah.
If you look at the first 6 films,
it's all about a perfect balance.
They're not like that.
Yeah, it's all about a perfect balance.
They still have funny parts in them.
Yeah.
Laugh it up, fuzzball. Someone get this walking carpet out of my way, etc., etc.
Yeah.
Who you calling scruffy looking?
Yeah.
That's what calling scruffy looking.
Yeah, I don't hear James Bond being like, "Who are you calling an alcoholic?" You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Who are you calling an alcoholic? Falls over.
Yeah, and like honestly, like on the whole front of the James Bond thing, like I always said that I would be pissed off if they said that James Bond was going to be black. Honestly, like this isn't.
That would break the lore.
Yeah, it would. You know, it would. It really would. Honestly, but like. They said earlier this year, well, I don't know if it's confirmed, but there's a heavy rumor that the next 007, not James Bond, but Agent 007, like in this movie, it might not be James Bond for a second. It might be a black chick.
Be Bames John.
Bames John. And
okay, but before you go any further, he's not saying black people can't be James Bond. That's not what he's saying. I want to make that clear.
Well, that's what that's what I was gonna say. Like. I got to thinking about it, and like I have enough confidence in the people behind James Bond to do it right, rather than Star Wars. Like the people behind Star Wars, like I'm expecting them to misstep.
Disney.
Every movie.
Once you have Disney involved, it becomes more of a mess.
Yeah.
Let's see how many people we can get to buy our bullshit.
Yeah, everybody involved with James Bond, I think, has a level of commitment towards that series, and
to be fair,
it's awesome.
It's not just Disney; it's who they hired as their directors. Like, don't get me wrong, J.J. Abrams and who's the other guys?
Abrams didn't cast.
Well, I'm not saying Abrams.
It was I think it was Kathleen Kennedy who was in charge of that because she was the producer, and I think she was the one in charge of casting for that film. And she's the one that said, "Well, we need a black Jedi.
Yeah.
We need an Asian. We need
who's the black Jedi in the fucking movie?
Finn. He was.
He's not even a Jedi.
Shut up. Let me finish. In Force Awakens, he was the Jedi. Until I did air quotes. They can't see that, but I did air quotes.
Until the reveal that it's not him.
And then they had to make it a woman, and I'm like, good for you, but I don't care. You know,
like good. The Skywalkers had a daughter. Big fucking deal.
Yeah, and so I'm one of those people that I'm just like,
kind of hoping it's a Kenobi.
I don't care, but
speaking of Kenobi, they're doing a Kenobi film finally, and they got the same guy to do Kenobi.
Ewan McGregor.
Yeah, I always forget his name.
I love him.
Yeah, Ewan McGregor. That actually is.
That's gonna be dope.
That
is
Mandalorian
because
as well. They couldn't get Harrison Ford to do Han Solo because he's too old now. But
yeah,
the person they got wasn't close enough to Harrison Ford to play Han Solo.
I haven't even seen the Han Solo.
Don't
movie.
watch it. It's a waste of fucking time.
Why did Han Solo's hair go from black to brown, and why did he go from Hispanic to pasty white?
And then it goes to
what
fucking,
happens?
Plastic surgery.
Yeah.
And then his hair turns white.
Well, yeah, because he's old. But
I don't care.
But anyway,
Continuity, people. Continuity.
We went way off track here. I was going to go on to my own production list.
Yeah.
Okay, anyways, Zach, go to your production list.
So for my first thing, I wanted to list. I mentioned last podcast the Zach clears his Steam backlog.
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
I was going through it again. I was looking through all the games I have. I was making a list of shit, and I have 121 games that I have never played.
You didn't hear it, but I just kind of like choked on my spit there.
121 games I've never played or I haven't played very much of, enough to actually get a grasp of the game. And so that's what that series is going to be on. It's just me playing all these games I've never touched or I've barely touched. Just made a list of those. I should start recording that within the next week or so, and I don't know when it'll start going up because my editing schedule is kind of fucked up because I'm in college.
Yeah.
But that should be starting recording
That should
soon.
culminate soon. I'm excited for that.
I was thinking some content possibilities. I was thinking the idea of making a new, not really a new label, but instead of Live Free, the gaming component could just be called Game Free.
Oh yeah.
Instead of making something clever,
I'm definitely
change one word.
I'm definitely.
And so it becomes Game Free instead. And if Jarrod wants to be involved with that, he can.
Yeah.
Now, hear me out. This is because when you said you were gonna do game stuff, I am 100% down. It's gonna sound copycat, but I want to do it Game Grump style, where it's one of us playing a game and the other person just kind of there for banter, that kind of stuff.
That is more than welcome to happen. There's
Yeah.
a lot of people I want to do solo too, which is like, that's just me because I like doing solo stuff and making my own jokes and make myself laugh for far too long. But Game Grump style is like more than welcome to happen.
So,
that's another thing we can think of and contemplate. I can add it to my list.
Right now, I'm hearing nothing but a foreign language.
I know. I'm talking really fast. I don't know why.
Well, no, not that. I don't.
He's not into games.
I
just don't fuck with
I know,
games.
but I'm talking really fast at the same time.
I can talk a little bit faster, eh? Can't I,
But
Pippin?
like,
So,
I'm 100% down to stream.
Jesus fuck, we're all talking super fast right now, aren't
Fuck
we?
you and fuck you. I'm 100% down.
I feel like maybe we can
Zach.
record the speed and then speed it up by 2%, and then we can get up to this level where we're just speaking random thoughts and we're going pretty fast with the dialogue.
Anyways, so what
That was
I'm
a
trying to
fistful
say
of
is
words.
that you and me, like, when the Star Wars game comes out in November, we should get together
Yeah.
and stream that. Because I have it pre-ordered already. I have it pre-ordered and paid off. So we can stream it.
Okay, are you doing it? I assume you're doing PS4.
Yes.
So I'm assuming. Okay, I will have to mark that when I get back to my dorm. But yes.
Just let me know when.
Fax
The only
him a
problem is
reminder.
I don't have internet. So
Fact.
I would have to come to your dorm, and you can play it, because I already know I'm going to be awful at it.
You can just log into to your thing on my PS4 and we can download it. We can talk about that later. That's not important. Okay, so that was the Steam backlog. The Game Free label that I was thinking about. Some content ideas I already have for that is one. Currently, I'm playing a shit ton of Planet.
Shit ton.
Add a voice crack.
No, that was intentional.
Oh.
Shit ton.
Oh, I thought it was
I
a
have-
voice crack. I was like, it's Zach's going through puberty.
I have a high range. Like you forget this.
I don't.
I think this is the highest I can get.
He goes British when he gets I think it's the highest I can get. No. So I'm playing a lot of PlanetSide 2 right now. I've been thinking already. I'm recording footage for the guild and clan I'm part of. I'm thinking just upload that to Live Free. Don't give me that look.
That was the cringiest thing I've ever heard you say.
No, PlanetSide 2 doesn't get a lot of media.
What
And I'm
skipped
part
my
of the
ears?
clan on there. We're called Outfits on there, but I'm part of the clan on there because it's the best way to play the game.
What
and,
managed to slip my ear holes?
I don't know. And so I'm playing a lot of that right now, and I'm doing a lot of stuff with that clan and group. I'm already recording stuff, not Soviet Wumble style. I'm not that cringy, but I am I am recording stuff, so I might just upload that kind of stuff. And then PS4 gaming content. I have a PS4. I have a fucking amazing internet connection at UNI.
You keep bragging about that.
It's
So what you're telling me-
so good.
So I'm gonna come to you and I and just steal Wi-Fi and play all my video
Oh
games in
my
my car.
god, it is so
So
good.
you're saying that my Wi-Fi is not good enough?
Correct. So
All right, Zach. Jesus fuck.
I can stream.
The antidepressants already weren't helping.
Moving on.
So I can stream and stuff from the PS4 too, and do that kind of stuff. My roommate is
Fuck.
like I
second.
invited him to do stuff with Live Free too, and he's like hyped about it.
I actually,
So his name is Joey. He's really cool.
I accidentally closed out of my document. Can I use yours on your mobile
Can I
device?
use yours? My phone's charging, so I don't have a document.
And
yet.
then shorts. skits and things, that's not with Game Free. The shorts and skits idea is basically the concept of unscripted brought over to Live Free, just as to make like short compilations of skits and shorts and stuff like that, like 2 minutes to 3 minutes long.
Which one is it?
Per
2 or
short.
3?
I said 2 to 3.
Do
you not know how to count? There's no 2 between 2 and 3, Zach.
There is if you have a stutter, you fuck.
Yeah, there is. 2.2.
There's a 2 between a 9 and a 5. There's a 2 between an 8 and a 5.
The look on Jarrod's face was
shit.
almost as if he was trying
I went to
to.
fart and it's not a fart. Oh god. I almost shit my pants just now.
Okay, moving on. But yeah, so unscripted style shorts and skits and things.
Yes.
That will be. I have like a list of concepts and ideas that we can do for that. I'll be like, those will be up irregularly with absolutely no schedule for release.
What's the schedule for that?
So. Yeah.
I just got that.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
This is me going all admin right now. Going, we're gonna do this and this and this and this, which we're probably not
Yes.
going to, but we can maybe.
Zach is in.
We're not going to, but we can maybe.
Maybe if. I have listed on here a management bullshittery too, but I don't remember what that was. So.
That was probably you in a management zone.
I probably had something important that I was gonna list, and then I just didn't.
You forgot about it.
Well, for one thing, I do know we want to make I want to make a Twitter account too.
Oh yeah. You hit me up about that, and I was like,
The Barking Bands one never got too big, but
it got 9 followers.
Twitter
Maybe
is
12.
Twitter is still a good platform, I think, for you
And
to
we
eventually
bought
take off.
all of them.
Actually, no. We
Or was that our
didn't.
Instagram followers or Facebook?
We
I
didn't
was
buy
one
any
of your followers on Twitter, so.
It's because you're involved. I was also one of the followers.
I followed Jarrod Van Hauen for president too.
We're not going to talk about that. I straight up said the Bible was fake in high school, and I got a lot of hate for that. I got beat up a lot.
I believe in the Quran.
I'm not saying
Corona?
I'm
Zach,
not
you should
saying
never
that.
go to alcohol. Just because Corona may taste good doesn't
Okay.
mean that you have to praise it.
I'm not saying that the Bible is fake. I said it because people were using it as a weapon, and I'm like, you cannot use a weapon that not most people, some people believe is fictional.
I wouldn't even start on a religious banner because then you have to like.
You have put me way off track.
Yeah.
I don't even remember what I was talking
and
about.
not even just that, but if one thing I've learned by like doing these podcasts and shit is if you say something
You've
like
done one.
Zach, Steve Jobs came back from the dead to interview me on his podcast. Zach.
Oh really?
Yeah, it was.
It's just on me. Steve Jobs is like.
And it was
yeah,
just a one-off. It's not like he's gonna have Martin Lawrence on it or anything. I don't know why Martin Lawrence was the first person I went
I
to.
was like,
he hasn't
Bad
been
Boys 3?
Yeah,
What?
he hasn't been in anything since what? Bad Boys 2.
Yeah.
And they got Bad Boys 3 up, but who the fuck cares? You took so long to fucking make it. Like
It's like trying to think
like
of the
Bad
last,
Boys, Bad Men 3, basically. They're not boys anymore. They're men.
It's like trying to think of the last major film Hayden Christensen was in.
Star Wars 2, 3.
Exactly. That was 2005, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Jumper. He was in Jumper in 2007.
That's not a major film.
Well, to me, it's major because Marshall Mathers was originally intended to be the main character in Jumper.
Okay, but it's not a major film.
I would consider it a
Almost
major film.
15 years ago was his last major appearance.
Yeah.
Ah.
And then they edited
Fuck
in.
my life.
Didn't they edit him in the 7th one somehow? Or am I wrong?
It's Jax.
Yeah.
Oh. See, what-
Did they edit? No.
No, they edited him in the re-release. So if you count the re-release of Star Wars, then yeah.
Well, the
he
re-release
said
of
of-
number
he
6.
said
I thought for
I
maybe.
thought you said it was 7.
Yeah, I
6.
did say 7 because I think it was a rumor at one point that he was going to be in 7, but he didn't. end
Yeah,
up being in
it was
7.
because
Yeah.
they had a lot of characters. I think they had
Yeah.
rumored to be in it, and then they just never. Like
Yeah.
I think Obi-Wan was scripted for 7
That's
too.
the weirdest I've
Yeah, he
ever heard
was.
anyone pronounce Obi-Wan.
I say
Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan, not Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan.
Yeah, you're probably more correct.
You're
than
saying
me.
it a lot.
Obi-Wan.
But we say Obi-Wan, like Obi-Wan,
Maybe
like
it's
number
because
one.
Yeah.
because Zach is from the project.
You're saying Juan, like
Yeah, like his
like
name.
James Juan. That's how you're
I
saying.
thought you were gonna say like James Bond. I'm like, no, that's not wah.
No,
But,
James.
okay.
You're saying it like Juan, like James,
Yeah.
James Wan's last
Yeah,
name. We're
but
saying
that's
it like
because-
Juan, like
Yeah, I know you are, but I'm pronouncing Obi-Wan because that's now
technically
I'm saying,
how you pronounce
now
it.
I'm saying Juan, but
Juan.
Obi-Wan because
Obi-Wan.
that's just how I hear his name. I watched a lot of Star Wars: The Clone Wars too, so that's kind of the burnt-in pronunciation.
What's the height of stupidity? What's the height of stupidity? I don't know, Anakin. How tall are you?
So our last section we were gonna do a freestyle story, but we're already hitting 55 minutes.
I think that's something that should probably just be between you and I, huh, Zach?
Well, not only that, but I think the freestyle story is more if we have time. Let's be kind of more an end to the.
It's gonna be kind of a challenge anyway, honestly. And I already kind of got my freestyle story in with the country bit that I did, which I just want to say, like, I didn't preconceive any of that. Like that country song I wrote earlier, like that was straight.
You can't actually think that's good.
That was. I didn't say it was good.
It was impressive.
It was impressive for on the spot.
Yeah. It was straight from the heart.
Nobody said it was
straight.
good.
It was straight from the heart, straight from the head. I had a little bit of a stroke.
That's normal.
Huh?
That's normal though.
Dude, I had a stroke at work today.
You always have a stroke.
No, like,
You are a perpetual stroke.
I'm a tumor. I'm a tumor.
So last bit we had was called the pigment. It was
the pigment.
It was just
pigment in my
be,
skin.
It was just gonna be general discussion about whatever the hell.
You should say
because
that. You should enunciate that because I don't know if the microphone picked up.
Says you.
Pick a bit.
You said Schwarzenegger in the last stream.
And it didn't sound like Schwarzenegger.
It didn't make it into the final
cut
I know,
of
the podcast.
Well, to be fair, I was sitting a ways away from the microphone last time.
And you were trying to say it in a weird voice.
Yeah, I was.
And you couldn't pronounce the name Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, well, I still can't.
Schwarzenegger.
Schwartz, like from Spaceballs.
The Schwartz.
Egger.
Neg.
Jaeger?
Yeah, sure.
Schwartz and Jaeger?
Just call him Arnie, and I'll still.
Well, that's like the dog. That's like the dog upstairs, Jax. Sometimes people will be like, "What kind of dog is that?" And I don't know how to spell Great Pyrenees, so I'm like, I don't know how it's spelled, but it's pronounced pair of knees. Like for real, I've said that before.
Well, I think in the last podcast even mentioned I couldn't understand if you had said Jax or Max.
Yeah, and that's when I was like, sometimes I'm alone so often, like for such long periods of times that I forget that I mumble when people like arrive at my house or whatever.
I had to give a speech in one of my classes,
which is sad.
And
I like how we just brushed over that.
And
all right, this is me trying opening.
No,
I don't have a therapist.
You were talking. You were talking.
Oh yeah, lean into the microphone when you laugh.
Don't. Oh my god.
You thought you had the peak of this episode. I have it, faggot.
Just the big.
I mean.
God damn, Mike.
It's fine. I'm halfway there, so it's fine.
It's okay. When we blow up, we'll just private all these videos so we don't get in trouble.
No, what if we make it private?
I want to clear my name. I did not just drop the F-bomb. I said maggot.
Oh, with an F.
I said maggot, and the microphone just cut it off. The microphone thought
he meant
Jax.
What up?
He meant the British word for cigarette.
Yes.
Which is faggot. Yeah. Actually, true story.
For real?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Well, it's
fag is a cig.
For real, is a Quick Start beverage?
Oh, what is a Quick Start now? Fuck you. I don't even.
Addiction is real. The first step of addiction is addiction.
I just realized you can give him the F word pass.
Yeah, I did.
What?
He can give you the F word pass because he's pansexual, dude.
I'm
I
bisexual,
know.
but you tried.
You said pansexual. Oh my god, I hate you.
When?
Literally the last time I talked to you about your sexual orientation, you told me you were pansexual.
That was probably like when I was in like 8th grade.
No. This was like right before I graduated. You told me you were pansexual. Unless I'm just
Did you
retarded.
graduate?
2018. Wait, that's a long time
Neither
ago.
one of us remembered. No, I think I was bi by then. I'm pretty sure I was bisexual by that time because I was dating Abby Seinfeld by then.
Oh yeah,
I was
that's right.
bi. So
okay, yeah. So my mistake, bisexual, but he can still give him the pass. If that's how the N pass works, this is how the F pass is gonna work.
Yeah. I'm halfway there. I can go up
Living on a chair. Lizard on thin air.
Lizard on a chair. Kitten on a snake.
So this section of the podcast is literally the what the fuck is going on?
Yeah,
here?
that's
the entire purpose of this section. So it's good.
I am sleep deprived. Zach
is also sleep deprived.
Is also sleep deprived. I figured Jarrod is.
Jarrod probably is.
Jarrod's not sleep
He's just
deprived, but with his
Jarrod.
IQ.
But my stomach is churning from my alcoholism, so I'm dying slowly.
Well, I can't wait for the conclusion of that article.
Tomorrow, Jared's dead.
It'll be his obituary will just read "Whomst the fuck is this?" and that'll be it. Whomst.
Zach, What words did you just say? Whomst.
The fuck.
Fucht. East. Yeast.
Okay, can we stop speaking German, please?
My
Over
family
hours.
actually is partially, well, big time partially German.
Barkhoff.
Same.
And not like the shepherd.
I mean, yeah. Van Hauen is clearly German.
But yeah, I mean,
I appreciate us not
Barkhoff.
giving out my full name on the internet.
Barkhoff. Jared, your fucking full name's in the fucking guest part of the fucking...
Is it really?
I said it at the beginning of the
Yeah.
podcast.
Oh, I didn't even...
if you wanted that to be said, then you should... Actually, Jared, I have an even more interesting question for you. You know how earlier I butchered your segment? Did you even get to the point where you explained that initially when we started Barking Vans, you didn't want to be in the short films and you wanted to hide your face? Because I don't remember you saying any of that, but that was the whole reason why he stopped me earlier. When we started making short films after this hiatus, Jared didn't want his face to be in any of the short films, and he wanted it to be like a big surprise.
So, because the reason I wanted my face to not be revealed in the short films is because I wanted people to think that I was just strictly doing behind the camera work and not being in the film.
Yeah.
Because then people would wonder, oh, who's playing their masked character? Who's this guy, and what's he doing?
Well, when they look at him and the guy's like 6'9",
Yeah,
they'll
that's what I said too.
No,
It's like,
you didn't even say that.
Well,
You're like, that's a good idea.
because I'm a nice person.
You should have told me it was a bad idea. I would just walk around on my knees the whole time.
But the whole time
I have to edit this. You guys are yelling like it's no big deal, but I must have listened to this like 97 times over trying to edit it later.
Don't put it on headphones when you edit this.
So whenever I'm editing this later, I'm gonna come back and be like, "Hi guys, and now I'm deaf in both ears."
Yeah, that's the whole reason I didn't want my face to be revealed.
Yes.
And that's the whole reason I wore colored contacts.
But was I right? Did he even mention that earlier?
No, I
I don't
tried to.
remember.
He got so off topic that he didn't even mention that. I'm glad I remembered that because people listening to the podcast,
Okay, big,
like
what
around
the
that
fuck?
time, they were probably like, "What was he going for?" And like they had to wait until the end of the podcast to get the information.
Yeah, that's how you make them listen to the whole thing.
That's a good point.
Literally put
This
the
was-
tag in if you want to hear the conclusion of this story. Listen to it on the podcast. Just Jared's an idiot.
I'm gonna pause the audio right there. I'm gonna like interject my own thing, but like, hey there, listeners. If you want to hear the conclusion of this story, please
Go to the end of the podcast.
It'll be hidden somewhere else later in the podcast. Happy hunting.
And everybody would be like, motherfucker, now I gotta listen to this whole thing.
Yeah. That's funny
Jinx,
as fuck.
somebody owes me a Tums because my stomach is
Jared,
gonna
you
fucking
weren't
explode.
part of the jinx. It was me and Zach. Me and Zach had
Why
something...
do we owe you for us
Yeah,
jinxing?
what the fuck?
What kind of Switzerland
Yeah, what-
bullshit is this?
What the
I'm
fuck?
neutral, leave me alone.
All right, Hitler.
Hitler was not neutral.
He was very much not neutral.
Except for his
Switzerland was
hair
like,
color.
we'll give you some guns and you some guns, now leave us alone.
Switzerland was like, I can see the good side and the bad side.
I'm just saying, me and Zach had something special right there with that jinx, and Jared just threw that all away.
Alright, cool.
Why does your computer keep going to sleep?
Because I have not fucked with the settings yet, Zach.
Like,
That seems like a good stopping point. What do you say?
I don't know. Anything else for you to say? For
For the guest?
anything else to say?
No, I don't
For the guest, he doesn't have a name anymore. We've revoked his name.
Yeah,
already.
because he fucking got pissed off because No, you said it. Ah! He got pissed off because you said it.
Yeah. After we've said it at least
Yeah,
6 other times
yeah,
okay,
throughout the
this-
podcast.
It was pissing me off. I was like,
and-
he'll get the hit.
and
He'll get the hit.
and-
I guess not.
And speaking of which, thanks for remembering the name of my first movie. Thanks for remembering when it came out. Thanks.
Jesus Christ. You know what sucks?
Thanks for remembering the plot to my first.
You know
my
what?
Other
All right,
attempt
fuck
at
you
those
guys. I'm
movies.
leaving. I'm going upstairs to take a
You
shit.
know what the worst one? You know what the worst part of that was? He remembered Gaiden of the Guy. He
Yeah.
did not remember Infinite.
Yeah, I'm going to take a shit. It was nice doing the podcast with you guys. I love you. I'll come back again eventually, but I gotta shit. Otherwise, I'm gonna shit my pants. All right, bye.
So that is the end of the of
That
week
is
1.
That is the great Jarrod Van Hauen.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about great. Certainly Jared.
Yeah, that's to be expected from Jared. Storming off saying that he's gonna take a shit. It's very Kanye West in our company.
I'm the biggest rock star in the world.
I mean, he even did the Kanye West thing. He even did the "I'm gonna let you finish" at one point. Like, all right, Jared. Never,
love him, though.
yeah, never
We love him.
never let your role models determine your character.
I
You know,
guess
like
Donald Trump.
like yeah, exactly. Like if I were to let my role models determine my character, I'd be like, "Fuck you, Eminem." You know, I'd be like,
You already do say that to me on a regular basis.
"All right, yeah, that's true, partially."
Well, I think
that's a good stop.
I think we can call that a wrap for tonight.
I think we had a good run with this. Actually, I'm surprised that we didn't butcher it anymore. You know,
well, it was.
I think we did decent.
It was sufficient. So have a good night, everybody. I'm Zach.
Delfs.
Jarrod's already gone.
Zach. I don't know who is. I don't know who people are anymore. Zach Delfs forgot his name. He is Zach Delfs. I am Mike Barkhoff, reporting to you live from Miami. In New York City, at Warner Bros. Studio in San Francisco. This has been another episode of Zykes. Nope, Psych. I'm just kidding. It's not Zykes. It's just called the Live Free Podcast.
Zykes was the working
Yeah,
title.
Zykes was the working name. I was just fucking around with Zach one day, and I was like, I got it. Let's combine our names. But, anyway, thanks for listening, everyone, and have a fantastic fucking night.
Yeah. Good night, everybody.